Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So excited to share with you guys. I'm 9 days out from the Amateur Olympia, my very first NPC national show. As many of you know, I am going for my Fit Model Pro card this competition. Definitely is not going to be an easy one. Definitely giving my heart, soul, and everything into this prep. So I just want to share a quick update with you guys as I very quickly approach peak week, which is literally 3 days away. So haven't been doing a lot of like what I eat in a day or my training regimen, only because things have been very stable. I've actually had no calorie drops in the past 3 weeks, maintaining around 1,250 calories a day, 160 grams of protein, 80 grams of carbs, and about 30 grams of fat. Nothing has changed there. I have been, dropping body fat. I actually built a little bit of muscle in my off season and I'm feeling really good going into the show. Exactly a week from today, I'll be on a plane. I'll be on my way to Vegas. As always, I will share a full peak week video with you guys, my workouts, my food, my cardio. Right now, the only big change I have in my programming is my cardio. So I am doing a full hour of cardio every single day, right up into the start of peak week, waiting for my coach to give me updates and then making changes from there. I will most likely be doing a carb depletion just like I did my last show. If you guys didn't already, be sure to watch my last series on my first Fit Model competition, because a lot of that stuff is gonna be very, very similar, and I feel like I did a much better job detailing the specifics of like my intake and my output and my steps and my cardio, where this I'm just giving a very general overview of how I feel, how I'm going into this, where my mindset is at, where's my physique. So I'll share first some progress photos with you guys. These aren't officially my peak week check-in photos, but I'm feeling very lean, I'm feeling really good. I actually peaked 2 weeks early for the show, so I am already where I was at my last stage, my stage weight and stage measurements, currently right now being like 10 days out, where I actually was already at these numbers last week. So for 2 weeks early, I peaked, which is awesome. Now it's all about that water manipulation, carb manipulation, and going into the show with the best mindset I can have. So in general, I am feeling so much better mentally for this show, as far as less stress. My last show, I had just got engaged. I started planning my wedding. I was running an over 100-person women's health event. I was working full-time at another position as well as running my business. Currently, I don't have as much stuff going on. While I do have my cute little pup, he is slowly getting trained, slowly getting better. I have been able to put a lot of energy into my facility, and I don't film a lot here, but if you guys can tell in the background, things are much different. I'll do a whole tour of my facility once I have the renovations done, but I went with black walls, I changed lighting, I moved equipment, I got new equipment. So super excited to share that with you guys. That's really been the bulk of what's been going on for the past month, which has been a lot better than where I normally at. When I'm in a prep, I like to take on a lot of projects because one, that's just the type of person I am, but also I find it distracts me from being in like that severe calorie deficit. I did start a new job during this prep, but actually it's a remote dietitian position. So I'm working from home Monday through Friday, which is awesome, and it's been so flexible with like my cardio. I can do cardio at home when I can get to the gym, and it's just like a weight is off my shoulders going into this show as far as personal life stressors that are in my control. Now, things that aren't in my control is the stress of how good the competition is gonna be. So for those of you who don't know, at the Amateur Olympia, it's a little bit different than other national shows. Other national shows will give out pro cards for the first and second, usually, placings in each height class, not the overall. So if you win your height class or you're second in your height class, you'll get your pro card. The Amateur Olympia is a little bit different. It's a little bit more difficult to get your pro card. There's only 3 pro cards awarded per category. So I would have to win my height class and place top 3 in the overall fit model at this national show. So no pressure, but if I don't even place in my category, I know there's no option for that pro card, which obviously that is my ultimate goal. But at the end of the day, my main focus with the Amateur Olympia is a few different things. One, I really want to experience nationals as a fit model competitor, and just with the NPC, this will be my first national show. I think it will give me a good idea of what to expect for future national shows. I also have never been to Vegas, so it's just a fun opportunity to go somewhere new and compete somewhere different. I also really want to get head judge feedback, high level judge feedback. I'm not saying the judges out where I live are bad, but the judges at the Amateur Olympia are some of the judges at the Olympia. So if I can get feedback from that level of a judge, it's really gonna dictate where I go with my next competition season. As of right now, I have zero intention of competing before my wedding, as it is very quickly approaching. That does not mean I'm gonna go crazy in my off season and gain a bunch of weight. I'm probably gonna do a lean build as I always do. But this being my 4th show in general in a year, my body definitely needs a little bit of a break. And I have talked a little bit in the past how I'm gonna go into a focus on hormonal health and fertility and just really getting my body back to metabolic healthy, because I'm not healthy right now. Like, I don't have a cycle. I haven't had a cycle in a while. I don't even have symptoms of a cycle right now. And I really want to focus in that direction post show, which I'll share with you guys, probably a reverse diet / building type series going into my wedding, because there will be a little bit of prep for my wedding as well. That being said, what am I getting out of this Olympia, right? The Amateur Olympia. The experience, the head judge feedback, but like, what are my goals? So if I was being honest, I mean, I want my pro card, do not get me wrong, but if it's not in the cards for me, that is okay. I'm not expecting to show up to my first national show and sweep the competition. I do know I have a lot of growing to do. I am a fully natural athlete, which I love the opportunity that I get to compete at the NPC national level as a natural competitor and actually be competitive for a division, which is awesome. Like, I wouldn't say I'm bottom of the line fit model, but I wouldn't say I'm like the top level of muscle either. I have a good amount of cushion where I could continue to build and still do well in this category. Now, what are my goals? I am hoping, fingers crossed and praying, for first call outs, because that would be a good indicator that I'm doing pretty well for the category. I'm what they are looking for. With it being a new category, I don't really know what to expect. I feel like every national show is a little bit different. They're starting to fine tune what that fit model look is, but you know, it's still changing depending on the show. Now, that is my bare minimum. Would love to get a first call out. Like, that is what I'm hoping for. Now, in the long run, what am I really looking for? Obviously, that pro card. I wouldn't necessarily say I need to win, but if I really want to do well at the pro level, then ideally I should be winning at a national NPC level. So if I want to do well with the IFBB, I need to be doing extremely well with the NPC. That's just the nature of the game, right? Like, you can't expect to be 3rd at a national show in the NPC, show up to a pro show as a pro in the IFBB and like sweep the stage. Because if you couldn't even win at the amateur level, how are you going to win at the pro level? Now, if by some chance I get my pro card, we will see what the feedback is from the judges. Will I try to compete in a pro show next year? Absolutely, as they have announced that the fit model category will be at the Olympia next year. And it has been my dream since I started competing back in 2019 to step on the Olympia stage one day. However, I am a fully natural athlete, have never taken anything, currently don't, and never will. Did not think that was even a feasible goal or dream of mine. And so the fact that it now is with this fit model category, I am going to take my dream and I'm going to run with it. Now, if that involves taking a year off and building a lot of muscle, then I'm absolutely gonna do that. I am in this game for the long run. I'm not in it to get as many wins at local shows as I can, running my body into the ground. I'm not gonna continue to put on muscle if I stay this lean. So I do need to make sure I'm focusing on a nice, healthy recovery, reverse phase, and a building phase going forward, which is perfect for the holiday season. I'm not just gonna do another show to do another show. Things that have worked really well with me this prep is that I stayed very lean between my May show and my current show. I did a very small lean lean build. I think the highest my weight got was maybe 111, maybe 113. Based on my in-body, I put actually on roughly a half a pound to a quarter pound of muscle and lost about 2 pounds of body fat, which is perfect for recomposition. I have been spot on with my diet between, no meals out, tracking everything, even took 2 weeks off in Europe, tracking everything, getting my workouts in, doing extra cardio, doing extra steps. I am probably in the best place I could be for a show, given the amount of muscle I have. I don't think I really want to be much leaner than what I am. I'm pretty vascular when I have a good pump. And once I have a tan and I'm on stage and I, have my carb depletion and then I get repleted with my carbs, I'm gonna look pretty crazy. So I'm very excited about the package that I'm bringing. At the end of the day, when I compete, it is me versus me. It is not me against any of those other girls on stage because every single one of them tried just as hard as me. I just want to bring the best package, best version of myself, and that is what I pray for every single day. I just continue to put my best foot forward, and I make sure to keep God as my priority with competing. I don't, get too full of myself. I don't let my ego get in the way. I don't let pride guide me. I am humbled if I am last. I am blessed if I am first, and whatever is meant to be is meant to be, and God's timing is always right. So it took me 5 years to win my first show ever, and I'm almost grateful for that because all of those losses taught me how to lose gracefully, and even more importantly, to learn from those failures. So if I go into this and all I get is experience, good networking with other girls, getting the experience of seeing a national level show, then great. But I mentally feel like I'm ready to bring it. I've been working on my posing a bit more, which it's coming together and I'm very happy about. I did change up my routine a little bit. I am gonna keep my look very similar. And yeah, I only have 3 days left, thank goodness, of my long full hour of cardio. I will be getting peak week workouts in a few days. I have 1 leg day left to hit this week, and that's pretty much all I have for you guys. Nothing too crazy. I just wanted to do a really quick update on where I'm at mentally, where I'm at physically. I will share hunger is the best it's ever been. If anything, this prep, the thing that's killing me is the fatigue. I've now cut down to about 2 caffeinated beverages a day. I was up to 4 on a couple days when I was working really long hours. I tried my best to keep a pretty light work week, mostly working from home next week, a few in-person training sessions. I cut my books during this time and I don't take on any new clients. So until I get back from the Amateur Olympia, I will not be taking on any more clients until then. If you guys are ever interested in working with me as an online client or in person, if you're local to the Western Massachusetts area, make sure you check out my description below. It will give you all the details on how to work with me as a client. I am just feeling very zen and calm going into this show. I couldn't ask for a better mindset, a better focus. I do have some bad news is unfortunately my fiance will not be able to come to the show with me. Unfortunately, with his job, it can get crazy and sometimes he cannot just get work off, but that's okay. I'll have my family there and I'm just excited to have any support, but everyone else will be watching from back home. I'm hoping they'll have a live stream. That's my fingers crossed. I haven't heard anything, so I have to check in on that. I have my timing for tanning. I have my timing for my hair and makeup. And I know I got a lot of people rooting for me and I have God on my side, and that's really all I need going into this national show. All right. Please subscribe to my channel if you guys don't already do so. Thank you so much for all of your support, all of your love, all of your feedback, all of your comments. Keep them coming. I will do my best to do a full peak week video and then also a show weekend video and just give you as much details about it as I can. I'm really excited for this competition and it's just gonna be a great opportunity and a great experience. Thanks again for tuning in and don't forget to subscribe.